I'll try as much as possible to meet the expectations. So I'll try as much as possible to do justice to my seniors who have entrusted me with the responsibility of representing them this afternoon. I'm not aware that I will be speaking on any one of those three officers' behalf. I have no speech because all of them had indicated they would come. So I'll try as much as possible. And on top of that, I will also try to add one or two of my own as part of our engagement. So allow me from the onset to say has done all of us proud. We all for this achievement, which is no mean feat. I know amongst us here, we have scholars who have done academic writing, scholarly writing, or as Dr. Mugodego said, even writing from the art point of view. Those who write songs, and I'm happy for the two colleagues who gave us a piece here. It was very, very entertaining, but the message also was very, very key and relevant. And that, even though it might have taken 3 or less minutes, so we have got writers here. And those who have done that will all say that we were working on the launching of his books. And I told him I did start writing in 1983. And then you were there a lot of the manuscripts. And those manuscripts are still there to date. The other day I was editing a friend's book too actually. He had given me the responsibility of editing his work, and he was also gracious enough to make me one that I said, yeah, I'm going to quit. But I keep on looking at that and saying, that wow effect, when somebody does something big, is what counts. But not only writing, but also writing. So when I tell Hongera, writing is not easy. My colleagues who have also authored publications of whatever nature, Hongera, and the title of his publication. It is one of the key things that right now is bedeviling our society and the community. Maybe some people may feel that because the author is a police officer, then maybe the problem of society is only with the uniformed persons. But it has been said by the previous speakers here that the issue of suicide in the community, the issue of mental health and wellness cannot be apportioned to a single category of population in our society. Literally everybody knows a friend, a colleague, or even a relative who might be going through challenges associated with mental health. So the book is timely, and I believe that, as Dr. Kamau said, we now have an expert or a resource person, an authority in the area of wellness and issues to do with health, life, and death. Some of us may not have seen the book, rather may not have had an opportunity to read the book, because today it is now officially being unveiled. But I will borrow a leaf from our previous speakers and say that this book carries so many elements which will resonate with literally every one of us, either directly or indirectly. And I would urge all of us to get a hold of this book, read, understand, and put into practice what is contained in that positively. But even as we look at this book, as we prepare ourselves to get the book and read, Have we taken time to ask ourselves what bedevils the community and the society? We have the problems here, we also have the solutions with us. Because we all know right now that the community, the people who are 40 years and below, the older generation is moderate and measured in the way they are approaching life. Because at 40 and above, you are now reflecting on your tomorrow. The reality sinks in that I am approaching 50, I am approaching retirement, what have I done with my life? So there is a measure of control when we approach that advanced age. But our youth, the people we consider the generation and the leaders of tomorrow, are the ones who are seriously in problem and in danger. Because right now, life appears to be too cosmetic to many people. Many of us live for today. Tomorrow will take care of itself. And yet, that should not be the case. There is always a tomorrow. And the good tomorrow we want should be prepared for today. One of the leading factors contributing to issues of bad health, mental illness, and ultimately to suicide. Because people take these things. And when we look at the substance abuse or use of substance continuum, we realize that many of these things begin harmlessly. By the time you feel that you are hooked, it is too late. You cannot even take one step back. But when it begins, you begin with maybe taking cigarettes, taking a sip of wine. Then gradually you go from cigarettes, 2, 3, 4. You feel that they are not taking you where you want. You sample with cannabis sativa. You go from wine to beer to serious stuff. We have people now walking around with tablets, injectables, and everything. Others are doing it for the purposes of getting high, feeling that this is an antidote to the problems they have. Problems which many of them started in their own. Taking drugs is not a solution to the problems we have. Using any type of substance cannot be said to be a solver of the problems we may be having. If we have problems, we must find solutions which are harmless to us. And yet again, coupled with the issue of these problems in the community is the culture of silence. People have problems and they are not speaking. Many of us, and we have told we are all parents here, we have got children in the houses. There is also the issue of the absentee parents. We are there, but we are absent. So we leave our children to their devices, to their friends, and then suddenly to the problems they have. Idol, can we also, nobody's listening to them. Many of us end at, good afternoon, how are you? Fine. End of the story. Good evening, how was your day? Fine. But the older generation in this house will recall